Hi guys, my name is Zintlemieki, but you can call me Queen Z. Today I'm sitting with Usis Rosina, who is wrongly evicted, who is one of the victims, in fact, who were wrongly evicted by St Afrikaans fedarasie, which is a non-profit organization that owned houses around South Africa. So Bona, they were wrongly evicted from one of the houses that this company owns. So Nanku Usis Rosina. Sis Rosina, welcome to the show.
Thank you, ma'am.
Please take us through what happened actually. What made you guys to be evicted? Why are you guys staying on the streets? And what is the South African government doing about that?
Okay, we had a case with St Afrikaans fedarasie,
Yes.
which happened to go to the court, and around the COVID, they were actually granted the eviction on the 11th of March last year, which ever since they wanted to take us out of this building.
Ever since March last year?
Yes, they tried all possible ways. They even forced the sheriff to execute the eviction when we were on level 3.
All right.
Yes, so eventually they won, and then because they applied for the special grant to take us out of the house, then they won on technicalities, and then they took us out.
Oh, so now since you guys have been here and you are right next to the Union building, and it's May, the crucial month in South Africa where we're going to the elections, have you guys approached the Union building since it's the president's office? Have you gone to the police station to open a case against these people, or what's going on?
Okay, first of all, we were evicted in March, which is a human rights month. Well, almost everybody is passing here. We've got lawyers opposite us. No one is doing anything about it, number one. Secondly, we went to human settlement. They can't help us. Swani couldn't help us with anything. And the police, when we went to them telling them that there are some fraudulent activities that have been happening on the title deed of the house,
Okay.
they told us that we cannot even open a case. The only thing that they could help us, or the people that were trying to help, is they were trying to bring the shelters where they are keeping Nyaupe people. That's the places that they could offer us, which according to the eviction, that is in contrary with the Eviction Act, because we were evicted according to the Pie Act. And according to the Pie Act, when you evict someone in a house, you should put them in an appropriate place, which was never in our situation.
So, Sissy, all 17 of you stayed here. I remember sometime upper April, there were heavy rains, and you guys were here. And at some point, you sent me a voice note of a police officer or someone from the police, a white police officer, asking you to leave these premises again. What happened on that day?
Well, we've been actually harassed, to be honest with you, by police. The lawyer, even himself, has been calling the metro people to come and take us out of this place. Whereas they say that we are blocking the pavement, people cannot walk on the pavement. However, when you check up there, there's a company which operates from Monday to Friday.
Yes.
They are closing the road, not the pavement. The cars are parking on the pavement, they are even parking on the road. But the police are not seeing it. No one is seeing that as an offense. However, we sleeping here because we don't have a place to go to, it's being seen as an offense by white people.
Okay, so since you're saying you're sleeping here because you guys don't have a place to go to, did they not give you an alternative accommodation or anything like that? Because you guys, since you guys are still fighting with these people, a court.
Well, a court, what they said is they offered an alternative accommodation, which the alternative accommodation that they offered first was not something that is appropriate. And
according
we
to
challenged it according to the Pie Act.
Yes.
Now, when I went to the High Court, we were actually given an order by High Court for Tshwane to execute it. But when the lawyer of the other party heard that we challenged the alternative accommodation, somehow they came to court again, which the same day the court was attended twice. I was called, the PA of the judge used the phone of the security guard, which the security guard is hired by St Afrikaans fedarasie. They called me on the phone of the security guard to say that I must come back to court because there's a problem that I need to attend to. Mangfika laphana, ngithole i-lawyer yaseTshwane, ngithole i-lawyer ya St Afrikaans fedarasie. Actually, there were 2 lawyers from Tshwane. The other one was the bully one, the woman, and then she bullied us to accept the accommodation in Mamelodi, which is the hall, and we refused it. Hence, we are still here.
Okay, Sisi. With the fake documents that you're telling me about, how did you find out that the house is not actually owned by these people?
When the whole thing started, we went to a meeting. It was myself, there was Nokolo Tsiza, and there was Abel Tau, who was the councillor of DA by then. We went into a meeting with the owner and the lawyer into the lawyer's house. When we got there, they gave me transfer deeds, and then they gave me the title deed. And then I told them that I do not trust any documentation that I see. I will go and make my own investigations. I went again to the deeds office. I pulled the information. I pulled the history of the house so that I can see who owned when and how.
Yes, that was very good of you.
That documentation then, they did not appear on it as the owners. They say they bought in 2007, but on the deeds office in 2018, they never appeared as the owners. Then I started questioning. Then they went back again to the deeds office, and they tried to hide their game. And then the title deed that I pulled this year, they are showing on the title deed or on the history of the house. However, it is very questionable. When I check the first person that they say he bought, who is Kabanjari, according to the capturing date, it shows that the capturing was done on a New Year's Day. And there is no government official that is working on a New Year's Day.
Never.
Which is something that puzzled me. Then I checked how much did he buy the house from. There's no ID number of the particular person. There's no amount that shows that he bought the house for. Okay. The second person that they say she bought, it's actually a woman. When I check the ID number, it's very dodgy. And it looks more of a foreigner.
Yes.
I checked the surname. Then I saw that something is just not right. The third person who appears as a buyer also on the documentation is a foreign national. Also the ID number is very dodgy. Then I started questioning some things. That's when I realized that there's no truth in this whole matter, because the title deed is saying something else. When you go to Tshwane, the information from the title deed and the information from Tshwane
is not the same.
Corresponding.
Yeah.
So that alone, to me, it said that there's something that is going on. Then I started digging and digging and digging.
And you actually found that the house was bought in a very fraudulent way.
Never. According to me, this house does not belong to them, because if you know the history of South Africa,
yes,
Arcadia was a place where in the past government officials were staying in these houses. And this organization being owned by or being started by the
white people,
the former president's wife. That means that these people had access to these houses long time ago. So now they are trying to do the paperwork to make it appear as if they bought, but there's no truth in the buying part.
Okay, Sisi. Okay. You are here, nabanye bebela pa abanye bate ba give up abahamba uyabona. Why are you not giving up? Because it's so obvious. Because now I tried to take the matter to Twitter to try and catch some attention from the government officials, you know. But it seems as though no one is interested in this. No one wants to know how you guys are surviving and how you guys are living. So why are you not giving up? Why are you fighting like this?
All right. The reason why I am fighting like this is because I believe it's not right for someone to steal something, and because they are white, and it must look right. House hijackers in South Africa, these people, they are stealing a house and they are stealing it in paper, and it feels right.
But the papers, even the papers, you can see from the papers, you've showed me the documents, I've seen them.
Yes.
You can just tell, but it's fake documents. You
Yes,
understand
yes.
what I'm saying? So yeah.
So for that matter, I just told myself that I will fight up until someone out there listens to my story, number one, and then do something
About
it.
it. Yes. Okay, Sis Rosina. So how have you been surviving? Would you say, do you need any assistance with food, with toiletries or anything like that, so that someone who's watching can actually know that there are people like you abase ngxakini enje and urhulumente wethu is not doing anything about that. So with shooting this today, mna, I'm trying to put it out there so that we can get people who are willing to help ngoku sisazama ukulwa le nto, because it's in court as you have mentioned, and nase court ingathi akho nto icacayo kakuhle kakuhle, because I feel like white supremacy is still the issue here, you understand? So what do you need so that umuntu obukeleyo ngaphandle, I mean on the other side, can know about there are people e-Arcadia endaweni ethile azame ukuncedisa ngendlela angancedisa ngayo?
Okay, for thina nabanye abasele, the most important thing is blankets, because it's cold. It's extremely
It's
cold.
winter
It's
now,
winter.
yeah.
And you know, a lot of people are those people that are informally employed. Siyathengisa ukuthi nje sizame impilo,
Yeah.
because ukuhlala emakhaya is not an option for us.
Yes.
So we came to town so that we can try to fight and see what we can get. I'm speaking to you right now, not that I'm just a useless person. I was actually a call center manager, my last job.
Yeah.
So akuna umsebenzi, ngiyatrya, ngiyamaketa, but I don't get
Akho nto
anything.
ivekayo.
So I cannot just sit and say ukuthi ngimele urhulumente uzongondla. So I have to go out there, ngibone nje ukuthi ngisurvive kanjani njengomama onabantwana.
Yes,
So
sis.
into esicelayo ukuthi well, if singathola,
Blankets.
the most crucial part is blankets, and anything that can make our stay here ease. And again, to get a legal representative that will help us to fight these people, because that's the most crucial thing that we need at the moment.
Okay, sis, I would like to ask, how are you emotionally? How is this affecting you emotionally?
Well, it's something that is traumatizing, especially for someone who's on the front row of this whole thing, because first of all, on the other hand, you are fearing for your life, because it's not easy. Because when this thing comes out, you know people's careers are at risk.
Yeah.
You fear for your life. Like you don't even trust anyone that comes around you, because you don't even know what they came for.
Are they spying, or are they here to help for real? Yeah.
There are so many things that are coming that says give up. Bayang threaten as I speak at the moment. And abanye, they come as if they are coming to help, but bazanje ugupa whatever the information that they can use against you.
Yes.
So you don't know who's who. Even sometimes when people are trying to come and help you, you become skeptical about it, because you don't know who's who that is coming there. And the other thing is that also the people that you're leading, sometimes they feel like you are failing them. Or myself personally, I feel like I'm failing them, because it seems as if this thing is not going far. And you know, knocking into a place when you think that you're gonna get help and you come back empty, it's so demoralizing.
I'm
And to
sorry.
ask yourself that, is this how Black people are?
supposed to
Our
be
lives
treated.
are very cheap as Black people. And to be honest with you, Mina, it takes me back to that apartheid era, because I feel ukuthi we are still living in those days. And somehow it makes you to ukuthi ungabi nenhliziyo for umuntu omhlophe, because even if we want to shift from that part, but they are busy taking us back there. So psychologically and emotionally, it's affecting you.
You are drained, you are affected.
Drained, you become drained, to be honest with you. So it's not easy, especially for me, to be honest.
And because you are the leading lady on this whole thing, I think we should close it. Oh no, before we do that, you said you wanted to open a case to police station. You are free to mention which police station it is and how you were badly assisted.
Well,
Tell us about that.
Sunnyside Police Station, they are told nje ukuthi ngingazi ngizovula case. They cannot open a case for me at police station. I don't know what the reasons are, but the other time, the other policeman came here, and then he was telling me that I will be sued because I'm busy grouping into things that do not
Concern you.
me.
Imagine.
But I must leave the work to the experts. I must stop searching, because what am I searching for? Because this one is not my house.
Imagine.
My take was, if it's not my house, it's not their house either.
As well, yeah.
So if it's not their house, let the relevant person, let the owner of the house be the one. Because if you tell me that you bought, for an example, when you get into the shop and you buy something, you get a receipt,
For it, yeah.
Where is the proof of payment that shows that these people has bought this house? That's the question that I keep on asking. All the departments that I go to, I say, okay, fine. If these people, they say that they are the buyers, they can do a fraudulent document in terms of the transfer deed. They can do fraudulent documentation at the deeds office. Where is the proof that shows that they paid it from the bank? If they say that they bought it cash, let them give us the proof of payment. If they say that they bought it via a loan, let them show the documentation, because a house is not something that you can buy as if you're buying a cold drink.
Yeah. Okay, so as Sunnyside police station, they just took themselves out of the situation.
No.
Wow, guys.
We tried even to go through the Sunnyside police station via the CPF, which is the Community Policing Forum.
Yes.
Even today, I'm still waiting for the meeting. It's now 2 months since they said that they will call me for the meeting to sit with Captain Smith and the others. Even today, I'm still waiting for the meeting. It's not happening.
Wow, wow, wow. So this case, as we can see, but it is an ongoing case. I would like to call on anyone who's watching this right now to assist Usis Rosina and abanye abangekhoyo namhlanje with anything they need. You can call me, you can email me, you can do whatever. I'm gonna be umuntu ozokuba yi, I don't know what to call it, but I'm gonna be the person in between you, the helper, and Usisilo udinga assistance. This was Queen Z Unpack. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Sisi, would you like to say something to umuntu obukeleyo ngaphandle?
All right, to those that are watching, please, 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 we need assistance. Please help us. Get the story out there as much as you can. Let's get this viral up until the relevant people come to our rescue.
Thank you so much, Sis Rosina, for coming. This is so, 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 so powerful of you. Sisi, uliqhawe mntasekhaya mandikuxelele. Bye. See you next time.